It's 10:01, so thank you very much for joining our webinar today. I'm Ben Victorica with KnowledgeNet, and I'm joined by Michael Wills. Today, we want to give you an overview of how AI is driving sales. First, you'll hear from Michael, his perspective and his experience, especially some of the resources he has with Sales Xceleration. And then I'll provide you with a demo and an overview of KnowledgeNet. Then we'll come back and answer any questions. So if you have any, please add them to the Q&A linked below. So Michael, I'll turn it over to you so you can introduce yourself and get us started.
That's great. Thanks, Ben. I'm really happy to be here today. I keep busy by providing fractional sales leadership services to build and improve sales teams. And what I find is that my owners don't want somebody to tell them what they do. That doesn't help them. They want somebody to do it, and that's what I do. I do the work so my owner can focus on running the business. I specialize in building or revamping sales teams. I install sales infrastructure, the things that they need to be effective and efficient. Focus also on hiring the right salespeople to build the talent in the team. And I enjoy the coaching and the mentoring that I do within the sales teams and the individuals of the teams in order for them to work more effectively, more efficiently, and ultimately more successfully. And that's really why I'm so excited to be here today, because I'm finding how productive and effective AI is within my sales teams in bringing real value so that they can work smarter, they can work faster, and much more importantly, they can win more deals. And if you're not really active with AI, I can promise you your competitors are. So if you're not in the middle of AI, bringing it to your organization, you're getting behind. And that's really something that I'm so excited to be here today so that we can share a tool that can help you be competitive against the companies you're trying to beat. So I believe that AI is an opportunity for salespeople and that we really need to look at AI positively. But before jumping into AI, companies really need to understand and take a look at their sales process and determine which of those processes do they want to do faster, smarter, and more efficient. When we look at the types of ways in which AI can help a salesperson or a sales team, there are really a lot of them. Content creation is an excellent way to help you write better articles, better emails, more effective content that reaches your reader, and it's more energetic, it's shorter. A lot of people really struggle with writing, so having an AI tool to help you with that is great. I use a tool called Fireflies that helps you with note taking. Ben and I, we were talking about it right before we got going today, and I love it because it helps me focus on the conversation rather than having to take notes consistently during a meeting with my clients or other people. So I find that it's very valuable. I have a full record of the meeting, and it's all AI generated. It gives me full summary. It gives me a full content of the of what we talked about. Sales onboarding is really a critical area. You spend so much time in the recruiting, the hiring, the negotiating, and then suddenly the salesperson comes on board. What are we going to do? How are we going to introduce them to the organization, to our products, to our customer base? And there's great AI tools today for the sales onboarding process. People talk about video creation. That's an excellent one. And there's sales playbooks that I use now also for my clients that are AI driven that bring a tremendous amount of value. Before you can prospect effectively, you really need to be clear on who your ideal customer profile is. When I start engagements with clients, we're always talking about what their ICP is, but unfortunately, way too often, they just aren't precise in the people and companies that they ideally want to work with. Building your ICP and understanding your ICP isn't a highly complicated process, but it is really critical. If you haven't done it before, the easiest way to map your ICP is simply to look at your best customers and determine why are they a great fit for you, and importantly, why do they love what you do for them? And it's that simple. And by focusing on your ICP, you're able to prospect much, much more effectively. Some of the areas of ICP to really take a look at is there an annual revenue target that you want for your client base? A certain number of employees. If you're a managed service provider, one of my clients Number of seats is important for their business to identify what the right client size is. Geographic location, are you wrapped around the couple of counties where you're located, or do you go throughout the state, or do you go beyond that? Are there industries and verticals that you target? Do you target public or private companies? Are you looking for clients that are struggling? Are you looking for them that are aspirational? They're trying to grow quickly and they need services that you have to grow quickly. Or maybe they've added an office, or they're planning to add an office and they need office furniture. So, and the growth rate could be you're looking for clients that you want to grow, that want to grow quickly, or that aren't growing quickly, and you can help them do that. So by understanding these different eight or so factors to ICP, you can really have clarity and precision in the types of people and companies that you want to target, which is critical to prospecting. And once you're clear on your ICP, then you can prospect strategically and, really importantly, with volume. Regardless of the kind of company you are, you need to have a lot of leads. It's a difficult world and there's a lot of competition. So these are probably some things you're familiar with. These are common lead generation processes. Companies spend a lot of time in LinkedIn searching for new connections. They'll buy data mining tools like Zoom Info, spend a lot of money doing it. They'll run Facebook ads. They'll send out dozens of email campaigns every year, or they may have somebody assigned to make outbound calls, and they make 80 to 100 calls a day, and they're all trying to get one appointment. It's painful. It's a difficult process. It's a demanding one. And I call these volume plays. The opposite approach to a volume play is a very strategic process where the sales rep is using a rifle approach to find individual leads that match their ICP. So they'll do things like they'll research the target person. They'll try and find their work history. Do they know people that know them? They'll look for company news. They'll research relationships and connections, and they'll try and grab, based on that information, which are the case studies and success stories that I can map that lead would find interesting. And they put all these things together, which is excellent. But the problem with that is that it takes a lot of time. And the problem is that by taking so much time, you reduce the selling time that the salesperson has. And my job with my clients is raising the amount of selling time for my clients. And that's why a tool like KnowledgeNet and other AI tools can be very valuable in giving you back time. This is what I call smart prospect, which is applying strategic intelligence, but still generating a lot of leads. And this is where KnowledgeNet comes into play. So I learned about KnowledgeNet several months ago, and I just love it. And now I use it for my business, and I install it in every one of my clients' tech stacks to help the sales team prospect better. And I love it because it combines the deep data mining capabilities of AI, which sales teams really need for highly intelligent prospecting, and it delivers personality and relationship insights, which help me really understand who I'm talking with and how I can communicate with them better. And finally, it does all that in an environment where I can scrape a large quantity of leads, which I need to have more opportunities. Ben, why don't you jump in and share KnowledgeNet and show everybody how, from your perspective, it's revolutionizing marketing and sales.
Thank you very much, Michael. Absolutely. So one of the ways that we're doing that is helping customers with leveraging their relationships for warm introductions. And we're able to do that very quickly. In 10 business days, for an average customer, we can generate 1,000 prioritized leads, every one of them with a warm introduction. And our goal is to help you grow your business. That's our mission. That's our focus. But while we're growing your business, we're also helping you reduce costs. There's technology that's embedded in KnowledgeNet, like 280 million contacts. No need for LinkedIn Navigator. ChatGPT, the paid version, is embedded in KnowledgeNet. and personality profiles as well. So you can leverage these to grow your business and leverage your relationships. So the way that it works is we create a secure organization, a KnowledgeNet organization for your company, and we invite your users, the sales team. The sales team syncs their email and their LinkedIn connections to that KnowledgeNet organization, developing a company-wide relationship brain. We automatically generate that. And then if you're looking at a particular account, you'll see in great detail all of the last interactions, the strength of the relationships here indicated by the thickness of the line, also in descending order of relationships, and who are potentially the side relationships. Anytime that someone has sent an email, maybe from KnowledgeNet to Citicorp and copied in BP or JP Morgan, all of these connections are created showing you visually how your business is being interacted. So that's part of how KnowledgeNet creates relationships. Now, how do you leverage them? So your sales team would be using KnowledgeNet wherever they're working. So it's not a new tool that they have to use. It complements and integrates with your CRM, with LinkedIn, with using a browser. I'll show you here in a demo in just a minute, just starting with a Chrome extension. The goal here is to leverage your relationships. So when you find that prospect, someone that meets your ideal customer profile and you want to do business with them, KnowledgeNet will light a path to who in your network can provide you with a warm introduction. And with a click of a button, you can package up that relationship intelligence so that you can ask your referring customer to provide you with that introduction automatically. And when that person sets up that meeting for you and you're about to meet with that prospect, we add personality profiles so that you can present to them in a way that they're going to be most receptive. So let's get back to this. How does AI KnowledgeNet deliver 1,000 prioritized warm referrals in 10 business days? First, we create that relationship brain, just like we were talking earlier. It takes 1 day to do that. And then you provide us your ideal customer profile. And then we use AI to search through 280 million contacts, leveraging your brain and your ideal customer profile. And we score every contact and we deliver to you, again, in 10 business days, 1,000 of them prioritized, each with a warm introduction. So this is an example where Annie was looking to grow her business in the fintech industry. We randomly selected 44 fintech companies and 1,200 contacts. And Annie had connections at 34 of those companies, 77%, and 619 connections overall, 51%. And she was highly connected to 27% of them. And so for all of these highly connected and connected contacts, we provide in great detail how can she get a referral to someone that she's trying to meet. So in this example, she would be trying to meet Charles Barker from Aperture. She has a relationship with Becky. Becky has a relationship with Charles. Can she please give an introduction? And so we provide in great detail here how everyone's connected. So at the start, Annie and Becky detail about them. They've had 4 meetings, the most recent in September. They've had 12 email exchanges, also the most recent in September. And they connected on LinkedIn in September. So they know each other. And Becky and Charles, a little bit about them, they both worked at the same company in the same department at the same time, and they also connected on LinkedIn. So Becky knows Charles. Annie can click a button that you'll see here in the demo asking Becky to introduce her to Charles. This is how we deliver what we call AI lead intelligence. And we know that delivering results is important to you and growing your business is important to you. We have customers in every corner of the United States we provide you the contact information so you can ask them about their experience. We also have case studies like this one with John Scaff, that in 4 months, they closed a pipeline worth $14 million in revenue, and it all started with KnowledgeNet. So our pricing for KnowledgeNet is based on each user that's using it, but we also have a special offer that includes the AI lead intelligence. It includes the AI lead intelligence really at no charge, because for $1,000 a year, you would have the 1,000 prioritized leads upfront. and then licensing for 2 outside salespeople for 12 months, and 6 passive licenses, people on your team like customer service or the leadership team that has customer relationships, they would be added as well. So there's more nodes on the network so you can leverage that network further for more sales. If you're on the call today and you're a solopreneur and you have the needs for growing your business, you could start with KnowledgeNet, a subscription fee of $30 per user per month, and you can cancel at any time. It's just a subscription. There's no contract. If you have a larger team, then you can expand the pricing that I offered earlier to adding more users on a monthly basis or annual basis, and then you get a discount. So let me show you a quick demonstration. Let's say, for example, I work for a plastic extrusion company and I'm looking for prospects. I'm looking for gutter companies to sell my plastic gutters to. So if I start from a web page like Nationwide Gutter and I launch the KnowledgeNet Chrome extension, I can see that unlike the previous example, no one in my company has ever contacted or connected with anyone at Nationwide Gutter. But I want to show you here that we have a connection path. Joe English is 2 degrees of separation from Renee Grossman. That's what I wanted, looking for a connection. And so if I click this line here, this row, I can see exactly how Joe and I are connected. We've had 7 meetings and 96 emails, and Joe connected to Renee on LinkedIn in 2021. Renee is the founder of Nationwide Gutter, exactly the type of person I'm looking to meet. So I click this blue button here where it says write intro email, and it packages up this relationship intelligence asking Joe to please connect me with Renee. If I close this box here and I go to the information tab for Renee, I'm able to unlock his cell phone number, which I'm not going to show here on a national webinar. I can access his personality profile. So if Joe set up that meeting for me, now I can prepare for the meeting by understanding how Renee thinks and what his personality is so that I can present to him in a way that he's going to be most receptive. You can see what motivates him and drains him, communication style, how we should work together, and recommended do's and don'ts. If I close this box here and I don't have a connection path, I can still write Renee a compelling email, something that's highly personalized coming from me, who I am, what my role is, what my company does. When I click next, what Renee's role is and what his company does. And then because I unlock the personality intelligence, when I click next, it combines these 3 things and creates an email introducing myself to Renee and the value that we can provide his company. Because I've had these interchanges, I'm ready to add Renee to my CRM. I click a button. The sales team will be so thankful that they never have to create another account or contact in the CRM because KnowledgeNet can do that automatically. If I click on the company here and the information tab, I can see information about the company. I can access all of the employees of the company and their email addresses and phone numbers, just like we did with Renee. And because I'm looking for companies similar, I could use AI to find similar companies. When I click this row, it creates 10 companies similar to Nationwide Gutter. It's leveraging ChatGPT. It packaged up everything about Nationwide Gutter into a custom prompt and asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT returned this. It's embedded in KnowledgeNet. I could say, give me 10 more, and it would give me 10 more. But the other thing I can do is search in KnowledgeNet using filters that match my ideal customer profile. So if I'm searching for companies, I can look through there at different fields. I put in here gutters in the keyword, and I found 3,293 companies that I can pursue. And if I'm searching for people, I can use, again, search filters that match my ideal customer profile. I can search for title, geography, all these different areas, and find contacts by searching through 270 million people. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to present and provide an overview of KnowledgeNet. Michael, I'll turn it back over to you.
Wow, Ben. Every time I look at that tool, I'm just amazed by the how it comes together to bring so many insights that are critical to salespeople to be prospecting more effectively and having more time. And I'm super excited because I think it's a game changer for my clients. It has been for me as well. As I said earlier, I use it actively, and I spend a lot of time in the last year as AI has really taken off to try and identify what are the tools out there that can bring the most value to salespeople and sales teams. And I think that KnowledgeNet is truly that one of those unique tools that does so many things. It packages so many different prospects and capabilities into one tool, which is what we're really looking for to be more efficient and more effective. Everybody on the call, thank you for being here. If you need help bringing AI into your sales organization, or if you need to do sales better and you're looking for somebody to help you deliver that, please give me a call. I'm happy to chat and learn more about the situation and try and drive success to your business. Thank you for attending today, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see if there's any questions here. I do see that there's a question related to how long it takes to get started using KnowledgeNet. And the answer is that in less than 5 minutes, we can create that organization. I can do that right after this call today if you're interested. Then we invite your users. They instantly can get started. They can start looking for contacts in the 280 million that we have available to you. And then in just a couple of minutes, they can sync their emails and their LinkedIn. And because we live where they work, they require very little to no training, even though we do provide it. Michael, I don't see any other questions. I think we answered all of them. Everybody for joining our webinar today. As Michael mentioned, if you're interested in talking to him about the services he can provide as an outsourced and fractional VP of sales, we'll give you his contact information. And then if you're interested in KnowledgeNet or would like to get started, even as soon as 5 minutes after our webinar, please contact me. Again, I'll provide my contact information and I'd love to meet with you. Thank you all for joining our webinar today. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, everybody.